Thanks, Anshu. Now, news just coming in. Global private equity giant TPG Group will invest 7,500 crore rupees to power the electric drive of Tata Motors. Parikshit Luthra is here with more.
Well, yes, this is the big announcement that we're hearing from Tata Motors. For several months now, Tata Motors has been in talks with several global investors for a stake in its EV business. They have been looking to set up a wholly owned electric vehicle business and drive investments there as well, because they have a roadmap of launching at least 10 electric vehicles over the next few years, set up EV charging systems and have a EV ecosystem in India. So there was speculation that the TPG Group is looking to invest in the Tata Motors EV subsidiary, and now we have a confirmation that the TPG Group would be investing 7,500 crores in the new EV subsidiary of Tata Motors, which will be called Tata Motors Limited EV Company. This would be over a period, this investment would be over a period of 18 months. The first phase of this would be completed by the 22nd of March, and the entire investment would be completed by the end of 2022 as well. We're expecting more statements from the TPG Group and Tata Motors, but Tata Motors saying that this is in line with their long-term plan to drive investments to their EV business, and we are going to see more announcements on electric vehicles from Tata Motors in the months to come.
All right, Parikshit, we'll keep coming back to you for more updates on this. Now, shifting focus to the latest COVID updates, India's daily COVID count dropped to 14,300 on Monday, hitting the lowest level in 7 months. This resulted in active cases falling to 2.15 lakh. Some of the sharp decline in fresh cases could also be attributed to lower detections on weekends. On the vaccination front, India has administered over 96 crore jabs so far. 69 crore people, or 53% of the population, has received at least a single dose. Of these, 27.3 crore, or 21% of the population, have been fully vaccinated. More on vaccination, the Subject Expert Committee of the Drug Regulator of India has recommended emergency use authorization for Covaxin to be used on children aged 2 years and above. A final decision is yet to be taken, and the authorization is likely to be subject to a few conditions. Timsi Jaipuria is here with more. Timsi.
Well, the Subject Expert Committee under the aegis of the Drug Controller General of India has actually granted a market authorization nod to Covaxin to be administered between 2 to 18 years of age group of children for restricted use in emergency situation, which is basically emergency use authorization recommendation that SEC has given to Covaxin. Whether this vaccine is different from the one that was being administered to adults, well, the answer is no. It's the same vaccine, same interval of 28 days between the two doses, and even the dosage is also same that was for adults. It is now similar for children. But yes, the formal approval, the formal nod for this particular move or for EUA to Bharat Biotech is yet to go from the Drug Controller General of India. Normally, the Drug Controller General of India takes cognizance of the recommendations of the SEC, and on that, they also independently analyze the data submitted by the company, and only then they give their go-ahead. So that go-ahead is likely to go to Bharat Biotech by end of today or early tomorrow is what sources indicate as of now. But yes, on the rollout plan, well, when we spoke to Health Ministry officials and certain government sources who are involved in the vaccine rollout, well, they indicated that the Health Ministry and the National Expert Group on Vaccine Administration for COVID-19, that is NEGVEG, is yet to meet. They are likely to meet towards the end of this week to formalize the rollout strategy. What we are given to understand that there are 3-4 key parameters that the government is likely to keep in mind before coming out with the strategy and the formal date of rollout of this particular vaccine for children. Well, that includes that there should be a priority age group, there should be priority given to comorbid children. Also, priority is likely to be given to those states where there is an immediate outbreak, where government feels that that needs to be curbed first, and only then pan-India rollout needs to be done. And also not to forget, when it comes to the manufacturing, NEGVEG and Health Ministry are also going to keep in mind while reassessing the stock availability and beginning a fresh talks between Bharat Biotech and the government to see how soon more and more doses can be made available, because Covaxin is also part of the ongoing drive for adults, and now there will be an increased demand for children as well. So let's see how soon these parameters and these questions get answered, because when we spoke to Krishna Aiyala, the CMD of Bharat Biotech last month, that is on 1st of October to be precise, he had very clearly said that they will be able to do a 10 crore number of manufacturing only by end of December. That too when they're all manufacturing tie-ups with other companies go as per the plan, and only then they will be able to deliver 10 crore vaccines. So let's see how things shape up for children, and especially the rollout date. That is going to be a key that one needs to look out for. Back to you.
Well, thanks, Timsy, for that. Time for a short break, but coming up, RBI bars audit firm Haribhakti and Company from undertaking any type of assignments in any of the regulated entities for a period of 2 years. Details when we return.